Hi everyone, it's Carissa at Sprinkled with Glitter, and I am here with 5 different card projects for you that were used with this same silhouette cut. I created this silhouette cut with the Hello cuts from the Copper Mountain release by Studio Calico. It's the January release, and I've cut several of these card fronts using some textured white cardstock. And I'm just going to poke out some of the extra remaining things that were left behind. So I'm just going to use these in several different ways in these projects here. And then I can go ahead once I've got those prepared and create my card base. I'm just going to use a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, cut it in half at 5.5, so it measures 5.5 by 8.5, and then score it at 4.25. Scoring your cardstock is going to keep it from cracking, and then you can just use your bone folder to kind of make a really nice tight crease. Just kind of gives you a finished look. So for this first one, I have the card base piece, and I'm just going to use this ombre washi tape, and it is from the Spalding Bowl add-on from the January release from Studio Calico. And I'm just going to place it along the bottom of that cut, making sure I don't overlap the letters. And then I can just use my craft knife and just trim off the excess there. And I actually kept that one long piece there and just added it back to my roll. Once I have the edges trimmed, I flipped it over and then just trimmed lightly out that circle window so that I have it all nice and clean. And you'll see here that it's all cleaned up and trimmed nicely. I just am going to use a Copic marker here, and this is G12, and I just found one that coordinated with the colors in the washi tape, and then I'll color that hello. And then you can see that all finished there. And then I'm going to flip it over, add some foam dimensionals all over the back side. And then for the little skinny parts on the hello, I'm just going to roll up some glue dots and place those behind the letters there. It's just easier than trying to cut down that foam pieces. So just roll them up and stick them along the back. And then I can adhere them to the white card base there. So that is the first project there, using just some washi tape and a marker and some foam adhesive. For the next one, I have this circle die, and I'm going to actually create a mask using that, and you can see it's a little bit larger than my window there on the front of the card. And I'm going to bring in some of this Eclipse masking tape here and just cut that circle out of the masking tape so that I can place it over the card front so you can see that mask that I created there. So I'll just position that over the hello piece there, and then using this Delicata Golden Glitz ink, I'm just going to smush it all over to create like a gold ring and that hello in the gold color. I'll just mount some navy cardstock that's cut to 4 by 5.25 to the card base, and then I can place my inked piece over that. And you'll see here that I added some twine later. I just thought it needed a little bit something else, so I just added some twine to that one there. This next card is really simple, just taking some fun pattern paper. This is also from the Studio Calico Copper Mountain card kit. And I'm just mounting that. It's cut to 4 by 5.25 to the front of my card base, and then just adhering my cut piece over that as well. And that just gives it a fun, different, really colorful look. Using the same circle die again, I'm going to create a glittered piece. And so I just have a piece of white cardstock, a scrap piece there. And this Be Creative tape is not quite big enough to cover that whole circle. So I'm just going to put a couple of strips along that there. And then I'll place my circle die on top of that and cut out that sticky cardstock circle. So I'll just run that through my die cut machine, and you can see it now. I'm removing the backer paper here, and then I'm just going to dump some glitter all over this thing and make it super sparkly. And because I don't want glitter on my fingers, I'm just going to take my scratch paper and kind of fold it up and over and just kind of rub that glitter into the circle. And then I can tap off the excess, and I have a really fun piece to put behind that window. To get proper positioning, I'm just taking that cut piece again and marking around the edges on the card base. And when I adhere the glitter circle, I will know that I have it in the proper position. I'll just mount that to the front of the card base there with some glue or some tape runner adhesive. And I'm just making sure I cover up all those pencil marks and I know I have the right positioning. And then you can see I'm just once again mounting it to the card base. There is the pink version, and I went back and I created a gold version as well, and I think this one might be my favorite. I have these gems here. They're from the Spalding Bowl add-on from Studio Calico's January release. I'm just going to add a few of those to the front of the card here. And then I wanted to create kind of another layer on this card, and I didn't have any cardstock that was quite the right color, and I couldn't find a Copic marker that I really liked with those gems as well. So I'm just going to use this washi tape again and just create a border all around this base piece, which once again is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to go around all the edge and then trim that off. And then this is just going to create another layer on the card there. So just trimming it up with my craft knife, and then I can place, oh, I had to cut out the washi tape on that circle there. So I just scored it lightly and then removed that there. Then I put the cut piece over that and adhered that whole thing to the card base. So here is another look at all 5 of the cards that I created using that Hello card base piece. For links to all the products I used in these projects, you can visit my blog at www.sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a fabulous day.